I actually first discovered him through that book that you see everywhere, the Banksy art book.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot. Well, I've read a lot of books with his work and stuff, and pictures, and there's a lot of stuff in London as well that I've seen. Oh yeah, it's good. Very political, isn't it? But no, I like it.
His political commentary is very pointed and also very funny and sort of postmodern at the same time. Once you get done laughing, you realize that, oh my God, the content's pretty serious here. But humor is much more transgressive than tragedy.
Like, it was much more complicated than it looks. You know, it looked like something that it was just lines. There wasn't really a lot of, but when you see it, you're just like, that's hot.
It was like, wow, look at that. It was, took a picture of it straight away.
No, I've never heard of him or seen any of his work until I seen that one and the one around the corner. So I like it. I'd have more of it.
I'd never seen anything really like that. I love it. Like, I think there should be no line. Like, I love when, like, he'll go into museums and, like, put gas masks over the people's faces. I mean, that's I think that's really where, like, the originality lies. I don't like the materialism he's brought to street art, but at the same time, I do like he's evolving, he's changing. No one knows what Banksy looks like.
He should come out. He's brilliant, isn't he? Like, he's a legend. I think if he comes out, though, I think everyone will be arresting him, or everyone will want to lock him up. I guess that's probably why. But no, if he wants to stay anonymous, it's fair play. But if I was doing work like that and as good as that, I'd be out in the open.
I think that's an essential part of a graffiti artist, a street artist, is their sense of being anonymous, being an unknown figure. I mean, not only because of laws, and I mean, it's obviously for their safety, but it also kind of deals with, this is anyone doing this. It could be like any person. It's just like it's part of the streets. It's not like identifiable with a tag. He's kind of putting himself at a vulnerability there as well. Like, I think it would be very funny if someone kind of came out and worked successfully into pretending they were him, because he's put himself in that position. So, I mean, why not? If he has the right to paint on a wall and say, make this name for himself, why can't this name apply to someone else? I don't think it's fair either. That's like part of the medium. Anyone can do it. You can pick up a spray can and just do your own work. But I mean, I guess that brings up a good question too, is it art?
Anything that changes the way you experience the world is, even for a fleeting moment, is art. Art is something that an artist reaches into his or herself and creates, that changes how other people experience the world.
You know what? We just can't paint in somebody else's wall. We just can't use somebody else's yard to use as your own canvases.
I mean, it's all art, but I guess graffiti is graffiti because you do it somewhere where you're not supposed to do it. But that doesn't make it not art, it's still art.
Oh, I definitely think it's art. Yeah, there is that. I don't know, people say, don't they?
Some graffiti is really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like when somebody just scrolls a name on a wall. That's graffiti. Yeah. But the rest of it, I class as good art. You know what I mean? Because it's colourful. I think it brightens walls up as long as it's done well.
There are taggers and people. There's gang-related tagging, and then there's graffiti art, which I would call it, or street art. I would use those two terms interchangeably, because there are also gangs who do really great art. So the crossover, it's complicated. And some of it's just violence. I especially think some of the scratching stuff is just violence, on the subways where they just take something and scratch the glass. And it's like, okay, so you tagged your name here. Big deal.
If I let you do work on my canvases, then it's different. What we can't just go around and start painting everybody else's wall, even if it's a way of expression or art.
Sometimes a wall should just be a nice canvas for something else than random tags.
Graffiti is out of control. Tagging is out of control. They don't add on. They just want to, like a dog, pissing on a corner, telling about their territory. And it's not a matter of a territory, it's a matter of an expression.
It has to be removed. It would be nice if it could stay, but, money talks, bullshit walks.
Part of it is that it's ephemeral, it's always going to be removed. And I think they all know that. There's something about its sheer ephemerality that's a part of the work itself. In most instances, people are using materials that are very volatile anyway. spray paint just fades and disappears over time.
So anything that's not permanent. There is someone years ago, someone we used to masking tape and write messages on a sidewalk. And it was temporarily, and was his way of expression.
I mean, I think that if you do your shit on the street, then you don't get to choose. You did it on the street, you did it in public, so whatever happens to it, happens to it.